Winternomics TV, your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, winter, Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics.
What up? What it do? This is Kaleidoscope. How's everybody doing today? Ooh, when you choke on this fucking filter, it looks pretty cool. Greetings, my new acolytes, YouTube acolytes. So we'll be discussing the change to the channel, change a few things up here and in Discord, like we talked about on Fog of War. I don't know what you guys hating. We did a lot of talking on Fog of War, but boy, that show got fucking bombed on views compared to all the other ones. Guess there was too much talking in that one, but they need to kind of lay out some things for the future of where the channel's going. So one thing, I talked about with this station that I wanted to do was, train a smarter audience. Part of the thing that's wrong with like the CNBCs of the world is that, one, the analysts don't know what they're talking about, and two, the people coming to the station don't know much about anything and are relying on that station to give them anything useful on top of fucking being able to like know what to do to organize oneself to participate in any of this stuff, right? It's really not designed for you to win. So part of it would be as a hands-on kind of train my audience, which I've done over the years with church and things like that, links from the site, from the show, where I train a few people and stuff like that, and show them how to actually think about some of the stuff we use in a more intuitive way. If you go into, I'll explain the connection thing in a minute. So, part of it is like for you, a lot of you guys, you watch the shows, you rewatch. I've come into many rewatches, your blog reads, and your ability to really figure out exactly what a person means is more difficult than you realize, right? In any self-help book you ever read, your ability to discern author bias is next to impossible, right? What exactly do I mean when I write something a specific way? In text, you're going to kind of overlay your own ideas of what you think I mean, and you're going to lose some of like the emotional depth that the writer has, and that's lost in translation thing that happens in anything you read, and most people are highly unaware of it too. So like not that you see so many books out there to help you do things, and you're like you can't all be rubbish to be bestsellers, and they're not. Ultimately, what is the author's ability to translate what he means in text to you is the most difficult part. So when I go over my own content with you, it's kind of a different world, right? You guys could watch my shows, rewatch them 10,000 times. If I rewatch a show with you, you will literally see that show differently forevermore. Same with a blog post or any of my content. So now that I'm kind of like syncing things up and trying to kill all of the ridiculous too many platforms that I'm on, I'm trying to centralize things in a place that is more manageable. Servicing multiple platforms is definitely difficult and not as efficient as it could be. OnlyFans, the definite problem with OnlyFans is that it doesn't have a notification system. More than half of you don't even see the posts within days because you don't know to look, unless you see the mass notification in Discord to go look on that platform. You're not going to see it, and so utilities, really sucks. And oh yeah, OnlyFans literally has not changed anything technologically in the 2.5 years I've been there. Not one fucking upgrade to the way videos handled, nothing about notifications, nothing. They just are just milking it for what it is, and it just hasn't changed. So it just becomes, a fall off rate that is no good for people that I'm trying to. Notifications are too loud. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. Let me see. I'll just have to close Discord because I can't shut that shit off. So let me I'll go over what's in there and I can close Discord and make the notifications go down. So anyways, I wanted the maximum utility for the people who are active on the show, right? There's a lot of people who passively watch the show who are going to kind of see it like any other program, and it doesn't really mean much. But for the people who are active, they're actually trying to do something with the info on this show and, learn how to organize themselves as risk managers around like accurate intel. I wanted a more hands-on approach to this. So I believe, like, in the Web3 world, we're moving back towards a direct conversation type world, and that's what I want for the people who are active in the channel to be able to do. So Discord integration with YouTube is really great to give us a voice channel for the people from the show that want to discuss topics from the show directly. We have a public channel, and for the most part, lots of people just hit the link and jump in and don't really do much with it. So for the people that are actively trying to like use this content, learn it, we created a platform for you to be able to like do that better. And for everyone who wants to do what you're doing, passively watching and doing what you want with it, you're able to do that also. So the YouTube thing's not exactly the most straightforward thing with Discord. So let's see if I can figure it out. So here, if you're gonna do this thing, so this is members only channel for YouTube, and I've deleted all the other channels here, so this is much simpler. OnlyFans will be over here, and so everybody who's part of YouTube now, the OnlyFans macro stuff will be in here, and now we can do baskets, a lot more of that, and it's just seamless in here to go basically do it here, and everyone will be able to see it. Your market prep channel is here now with all major notes you need for market events, and then we'll be able to do daily preps for the S&P, Qs, and many markets. So we'll start to do this, and I'll do write-ups, and then we'll like basically expand on the show's content to have the analysis carry to outside of it in a more personal fashion. And this is kind of where I wanted to get to, where your analyst-driven station covered all the bases, and you could speak directly to me and like learn things about the concepts in a more nuanced fashion, and we'll be able to do voice calls over here and such, right? This is our main channel's voice, and then church. This is where you guys from YouTube, we'll be able to discuss execution issues, anything that you're going over the show that you don't understand. This is our own voice channel. So we have voice, we have our chat, and we have like full integration around the show, which now allows me to literally train a smarter audience, which is what this was always supposed to evolve into. So step more in the direction that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now to directly hands-on try to improve the skill set of the viewer and actively train the base of the channel to a higher echelon. That will make this an untouchable ecosystem for anybody out there who doesn't take the same steps, plus doesn't have the level of accuracy and intel. And this is going to be what Market TV, I think, should be. So, and also maximum utility, you guys to see everything, no wasted channel noise and stuff like that. You can see your preps, you can see your OF, and then everything in members only is going to be on point, on task. Please, if you're just kind of like lurking in the main channel, do not come to this channel just lurking this one. We don't want that. I'm looking for the active members of the station who actually want to do shit. All right, so that's a memo, and you got your fucking your emotes back, including memo. So good deal. So as far as Discord setup goes, bit of a bitch. Let me see where it was. Yeah, you have to go in here. You have to go into user settings and into connections, and then you have to, in here, you'll have a thing to associate. YouTube will be up here. And when you associate this with the Discord you're logged into, that will allow the YouTube person on the stations with their Discord to be in that channel. So you have to be in here, do this, and then you should see, if you're an acolyte, you should see that channel. So far it seems pretty simplistic, but yeah, that's where it's at. All right, that was a mouthful. So how's everybody doing? We dropped a, where did I put it? So yesterday I gave you guys an example of like an idea how this works. Now I know a lot of you that are newer don't necessarily know what to do around a plan like this, but I tried to make it super, super simple. So yesterday I dropped this in the channel. Oh, whoops, let me fix something. Damn, I deleted that. Well, shit. Oh, where did I put that? One sec. Yeah, so yesterday I dropped this in the main channel to give you guys an idea of like how to line up your day. And so like something like this, obviously like guys who are trained in Nebula know how to use. And so for new people, you're like, what do I do with this thing? The big green and red arrow should be a big giveaway what you're gonna do with it. And this kind of like is kind of like simplicity of like looking at markets and in an objective manner, right? Not bullish or bearish, just what can it do? And I put this in the chat for you guys, and then I got to show you the results of these things. Some of the folks in the room showed you what they did with it. All right, Matt shows you he took that prep and he applied it to NVIDIA and then made his play for the day with that. And so, you're looking at the market in a more mechanical sense is like where I want the base of the audience to be at. Like I want the base of my audience to be this intelligent about markets. This is not like markets really aren't something that every mom and pop should look at and try to step into. You should be people who can run themselves like a business. And so that like, looking at it like from a standpoint, you build a plan and take action and so on. is the only way that this would make sense. Not like the gambler mentality that lots of pump and dump stations do. So that was really good and really cool chart. Thanks for putting that in there, Matt, and showing people that. Um, you know, this is basically from that plan what evolved and how simplistic your day could be to make a plan around like directionalities and what's possible up or down of the day. So for any of you that looked at that, we're gonna like learn how to use that, you know, proper inside of your acolytes. So how many of you were able to capitalize on that and hit something out of the park with that yesterday? So I saw a few people that were able to use it, some new people too, which was pretty cool, who've never seen it before. So right, and so like with this now, you know, we have like a day plan, we have like larger resolution plans and OnlyFans. We'll be able to, you know, in real time in the channel now, if you're paying attention, you're active, right? If I see something in a day I think is crazy, I'll tell you about it, and you know, it'll give a more direct, communicative, free-flowing environment that makes sense if you're really going to be in something as crazy that the markets are like today, and in markets in general. So yeah, I want to see how many people were able to, you know, make a plan, do stuff with that. Really like the updates throughout the day, seeing the projection unfold. Use the sheet was sick, perfect layout, good stuff. Hit ES, Gano, look at Gano, you a beast, and ETH. Gano's trading fucking the ES futures and ETH at the same time. Very good. I caught the down wave, used that for making plays on ETH. Wow, a lot of you ported it to crypto, really impressive. Was looking at ETH short, but missed it. Still need practice. Wow, that many of you took the QQQs and took it to ETH. Look at that. So you got, wow, it's all ETH. Anybody play stocks? What? I wasn't expecting that. So a whole bunch of you use it for crypto. Well, see, that's great, and a bunch of you some new people too. Well, shit. Is anybody watching the stock market? It's also falling. That looks like a crowded trade. Used for currencies. Did anybody use it for fucking stocks? That's crazy. Okay, seaweed's the only fucking one, and Ghana. Damn, I was not expecting that. So every one of you blasted ETH? Took Tesla. Okay, there's one of you. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, damn. Sentiments for the day, huh? So, yeah, we probably need to take a look at some stocks. Wow. Everything but stocks. That is not what I expected a bunch of people to say to the QQQs, because I never post the QQQ shit. What are these stocks you speak of? That's fucking hilarious. Well, I like that. So good stuff. So we started the show just under 100. We're at 128. That's actually pretty low for you know, live show. So like I said, I think a lot of people are being eviscerated. One reason we're changing the ego to more hands-on is like I don't think the average rookie can navigate what the fuck is going on in the market right now. No matter the quality of the content and like accuracy of it, I don't think the average person can solve the liquidity situation that's in the market right now. If you're just walking in the door, you know, in these recent months. So didn't work out, but on to the next one. Well, you know, and so for you guys, okay, so another thing I want to do, right? For you guys that have issues, I want you to document the negative war story. That's why we changed it from scorecard to war story. So both sides of it would be something you discuss. And then the war stories, like those, good and bad, we're going to take over to Discord, and then we're going to basically, you know, dissect that, and I'll help give you perspective on what's happened in your execution with it. Because ultimately, right, for you, if you took your own time to, you have people that found plays making that plan, and you have what went your play and what went wrong, and you can contrast those things, right, and help yourself. But we're going to do that, you know, hands-on inside Discord. So I think that'd be useful for everybody, you know, vets and noobs alike. Oh, right. Hold on. I can fix that now. I don't need that. That's not Discord. It is. That's Discord doing that. All right. Should be gone now. All right. So that was a lot of time. 8:50. Let's see if you guys gave me scorecards today. I don't think I saw one. All you guys that hit ETH, I better have a fucking one scorecard, these slackers. Let's see. Participation is key, period. Like that message. That's abracadabra. Hello, everybody. Long story short, thanks, Kaz, Vicky, and all the people in Eco. I came across during the last weeks of my regular participation in Discord, and particularly in voice calls. We keep going, and it's fantastic to walk this journey with you. What do we got? This is ETH. Okay, cool. This is yesterday. I was keeping it close. So this is what you did with our QQQ prep. This is pretty cool. Did you? No, that's. Oh, your time zone is something else. All right. Was keeping close eye on the bull flag the whole day with alert set, waiting. Saw Kaz and Eco and Voice join Kaz with was trading live. Oh, okay. This is the day before. Yeah, we were scalping around in futures on there. Market pushed right before the close while we were all watching as correlated thought that crypto can go too, so went checking my bull flag. Saw structures for potential rotation, keeping in mind the broad market entered on the small time frame, using 40 minutes as macro. First plan till the top of the bull flag, checked the USDTD again and adjusted the plan to secure profits on Midgard. Would definitely miss this if it was not for the voice convo. PS, I suppose I have never been more reactive in sorting the info out, making the plan and executing without any rush or stress. Great end of the day. Awesome. So that's very detailed. So yes, she came in and we had us a live call. We're chilling around, just watching the market. Acting crazy, and we kind of discerned there should be a pump at the end of the day, and a few people on the call played it. So that was a pretty cool call, and we're gonna definitely do more of those inside Discord. So be active. So cool. Is that the one I got? Short and sweet. I like it. Participation is key. So one of the reasons we created the members only is activity really is a key component of you being ahead of the rest of the crowd. And so we encourage you to participate for reasons you don't fully understand yet. All right. So let's see. So what's next? Macro things. So amazingly, we're at fucking 8:55 already. All right, the goal is to stop coming off of here at 9:20 because now we'd like to move off of here and move to voice in Discord and continue basically, this show is literally like a market prep show. It's your morning market show that leads you to basically the right intel to prep for the day. I'm not going to generally prep behind the show because I need to get my own shit ready on these days. But in some days we're going to come off here and, some added context if things dropped on the channel. We'll go right to voice from here and, tell you what we think, we see. As for the off days, I'm going to generally look at if there's something, the market's stagnant. I'm not going to post something just for the sake of posting it. But, Tuesdays and Thursdays where we're going to introduce old shows that you guys in, apostles and in acolytes will vote on to pick which shows to unlock for instant premieres on Tuesdays where we don't have a show. You guys will do that, and we'll also, what was I going to say? Those are the days that I'll look to post preps to fill in the gap between me on Monday and on Wednesday's macro. And generally, like I said, OF is going to be for high resolution things, and then for day preps and stuff like that for guys who are active every day. That's not all of you, I know that. That will be something that goes in the market prep channel. So the low resolution stuff will stay in market prep, and the high resolution stuff will stay in OF. All right, and then we'll be porting our OF videos over to YouTube also for apostles, and we'll get those figured out because that's a nightmare to get stuff out of OnlyFans. So in time, we're going to wind down OnlyFans. I will not be posting anymore to OnlyFans from this point forward. So for all of you that still want access to videos and stuff, they're not going to be deleted or anything. They'll still sit there and you can keep on using it every day until, we fully migrate everything over. When I say high res, I mean high res, like high time frames, and low res, I mean like low res, like intraday stuff. Why would high res be the smaller one? All right, so I think everybody gets the gist of that, right? I don't see anybody asking any questions. So, all right, next things. Let's see. I guess we're at 8:54. I gotta go ahead and do fucking macro shit right now, or I'm gonna run out of time. All right, so let's start off today with the VIX. So VIX things, seasonal possibilities, right? We talked about this again, this thing rotating August, July. It's done it right at the tail end of August, and we're now tracking higher on this trend that's de-risking the market. This is the Leon level. It's 27.18, I believe, not 15.18. And this is key, right? You've got this box range here from the 29th that the VIX is basically bumping along right now, and he's flagging on low resolutions for the session right? Like almost a perfect structured bull flag on top of Leon that if he pushes out here, this would be bad for all risk assets right now, right? So crypto, everything. If you get gas through 27, remember, we've gotten used to the VIX sitting in the mid 20s, but this is all horrible. You're not supposed to be used to sitting up here. This is all horrible. It's just been for so long now. We're really used to being up here. But this is not where the market generally sits at, right? The market generally sits under that in like normal conditions. This is all a bad range to stay in, north of 21. And we've just sustained a new normal from like last year just sitting in here. So any higher pushing this way is really bad. Next level you care about is Goku. When you're pushing 30s, the market is pretty much destroying people. So liquidity becomes a major issue. The market gets really illiquid. Leverage instruments get hard to trade. You might get your broker imposing higher margins on you. It means the market is difficult. It is going to be difficult. And the thing is, high volatility usually equals like trade in lower resolutions to at least adjust for risk structures. But lower resolutions become more illiquid, which become more fucking dangerous in this kind of situation. So this is a very, very dangerous environment for the marketplace. We're like dead on the top of this. So your situation today is, right, there's like this flag that gave us a bit of a squeeze. You hold this again and get like your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top and actually rotate down. The market will squeeze again from the gap down. This pumps out like it looks like it's doing right now. The market's going to gap down like it's doing here. It's gapping here. And so this whole thing we talked about paying attention to, right? This, oops, what the fuck? This whole, we said circle before, right? That if this was a bear flag, Jesus, this projection, right? This is the bear flag up and then the counter move down. So now that's happened directly off of our swing level under Ragnarok, which we know encircles the phantom zone. So if you remember this, our bear flag is now rotating and it's starting to look more and more like we have a macro, bear flag as part of a macro down wave from November. Come on. I know it's not as clear as you want it to be, but it's this, right? So one more flag and down is what it's looking like right now. One more flag and down, and this is a summer low. So we're heading into a lot of congestion. Much like a phantom zone, this congestion provides kind of breaks to the market. This congestion is kind of much the same, right? If you look at even like here, when you dump down here, you're going to basically congest where there's congestion. And when you dump down into this congestion, which we know has all those emotions in the bottom of Trail of Tears and Graveyard, this is still likely a place for breaks. Even if we were going to go blowing through the lows, you generally aren't going to blow through it in a straight shot. Even like this guy, right, where there's decent congestion, it 2Bs the low, stop runs people, and then congests anyway. So we're at least looking for interaction in this area, without, much else on that. So at this point, this does look pretty terminal. We talked about some stocks that look bad, like semiconductors. Right now, Nvidia pretty much just lost, everybody in Ethereum wanting any kind of fucking chips for mining. So this is a negative for them, and a lot of semis themselves have looked like shit. So, oh yeah. So under the floor where we gave you here, this guy looks bad, and we talked about this guy also in market prep in the channel as like a weak guy that's kind of an easy read on markets if it's going lower. So that SPY is that. SPY over here is what in the world? Oh yeah. So we talked about that. We had that trajectory he was on. This angle down. Now that this has happened, you change this, and you're still legging down, right? This is still tracking backwards. So that's one of the things he said. Once you have this trajectory, you follow the trajectory until it proves it different. This guy can be in the down wave, and he is. So as we watch VIX, this is key. This is probably a worthwhile level to watch. Remember, we had shown you this back before we rotated up. If you guys remember in the shows back in July, we'd show you all these contacts on this one level. So this is the next target level you care about. SPY probably has good interaction if it gets here. And there's a chance for at least a stall at that area. So on this gap down right now, 3 points down in the morning, this is probably what the next area you care about is this 380.54. Qs, don't have anything on that chart for it. Q's version of that is the same thing. So we have a Q's version of it, and that's going to be 285.15. So when both of these get there, if they get there in the day, probably a likely area where you're at right now. I don't see any real place to bounce otherwise. But as we gap down, don't fight the tide right now with what you're seeing. This angle needs to be adjusted. Now you broke low. It's not like that. And then crypto things. right? BTC still has this shape and has a ways to go to confirm a swing through the low that the market just did. The market's now leaning heavier than crypto because of the whole CPI thing. So that's BTC. ETH also, right? So when you look at these guys for potentials to go down and challenge that same area from the summer, remember we've been proxying ETH to the SPY for a minute. That same area that you see like the S&P and the Qs at is here. They're already back to like this area, July 14th, 15th. Crypto is nowhere near that. And if you were to be one of those, ridiculous pattern people, you would call this a head and shoulders, probably the clearest one that any human's ever seen, right? But a swing through this level would equal chasing the market here. So if the market doesn't find like a foothold and keeps on sliding, it can pull crypto through. And since the merge, ETH has become pretty weak. So this bull flag attempting to rotate is now basically at a double bottom. And unless he bounces off here and rotates back up, or makes a new low and rotates back up, right? This may fail. So right now we're watching to see if the VIX really pumps out. If he really pumps out, you're going to get correlation. Market broad de-risk, DXY strength. As the DXY strength gets stronger from this, and he's in a really good spot to get even crazier, right? This is what we circled in the last show. If he goes arcing out and none of this fails and we just get continuation of these structures, there's a good chance that crypto gets pulled through that floor and we see things chase the market if the market continues to fall. So that's what we're watching right now. So on this chart, I have a little over here. If we rotate back through that on the gap, the chance that you start squeezing, Dick rules, gap open and rise, then Dick rules would apply, and probably going through here would probably be a decent trigger. So that would be your prep for all of those things. Looking at some fucking currencies this morning. This guy's interesting. This is the low of the pound with the dollar doing what he's doing, right? That's the COVID dump low of the pound. And that's a pretty crazy spot, right? So if the market's going to squeeze balance and the DXY is going to stall, this is one of probably the currencies that gives you a good 2B level for a recoil. If it's going to do that, or if we're going to really blow things out the door and de-risk, then this guy's sitting right under a floor that's probably worth noting. Euro is, well through his floor, and he's sitting in a pretty interesting spot also this morning. So this was the bear flag, and whether he's going to continue to rotate and gas pedal through here. These guys are all in interesting levels going into the morning, right? All of them. So definitely worthy of watching. Remember, with these tops over here, the thing you're watching now is beating this top, right? So currencies, FX, crypto, all sitting in some key places to really pay attention. I've decided to use orange as since I hate this color, as the death color. So a gas pedal through that wick on VIX is fucking death. Alright, so DXY, VIX, crypto, currencies. Did I miss anything? I think I got it, and I looked at the video. Right, okay. That's it. Got it all. Everybody get all that? Can we get some dildo emojis? Patience. Actually, so we do have one. I couldn't add it until somebody joined the member side. So we'll add you that. Lickety split. I'm on it. Microsoft and Monolith ETH. Gel only asked 2 symbols. Wow, that's pretty fucking crazy. All right, well, definitely pay attention to it. Market can move today. Microsoft. We have him on Microsoft, not this chart. What the fuck is why it's so slow? So this is the OG big Microsoft on his way down. We have a bear flag there. We haven't updated that one in a while. Let me see if I did this one. Okay. So this actually looks like ETH, don't it? But on a bigger res. So there's a lot of head and shoulders out there, right, for the technicians to get skippy about. So this is probably worth noting where he's gapping. Let's go ahead and kill this. And let's put the exact level across of where that is. I just can't use that color. Let's just... about there. Is this trajectory? So I like that level. So with the levels I just gave you on Qs and the SPY, well, I think it was on the Qs on the downside, and the Q and the SPY. That's a good level for him to like slam into a decent flag. That's not a bullshit flag, right? That's a lot like what's this? Is this April 21st? So you know what flag that is? What is this thing doing? This flag, May 19th, 2021, is that right there. Is the dump catch we did on the show in this flag, May 21st, right? Where is it? This flag. Yeah, that right there. The live show catch. It's this. May 19th. This big ass dump on BTC that then led to bottom through the summer of 2021 is that low. So that's a critical. So that actually gives you a good reference. This is a very critical location then for a risk asset dump. This was a major risk asset low with crypto in this low. So if there's a place that the market can catch a breather as fast as it's hauling ass down, it is going into this range right here. Because this is the kind of level you don't go through in a straight shot unless the world's blowing up. So things look scary, but as a higher probability level for a bounce goes, I think this is it. So BTC, see, that's BTC's version of taking that low out. When that low got hit, it's one of those things that just doesn't go too clean. It takes a second. So this is kind of something like this is what the market can do. Even if it blasts through in a wick, it can at least probably stall and interact and not just go through in a straight bar in one shot. So if there's a place for us to chill out in the rapid de-risk we have now, it's probably imminent at that low on Microsoft. And then let me look back at SPY. So now where's that level on SPY? May 21st. That's this, right? So the SPY is well through that. And in his congestion of the summer, while Microsoft is here. Apple's nowhere near shit like that. He's way through shit like that. NVIDIA is on his way, so he did congest at it. So NVIDIA's through his version of that. And now into kind of a deeper low here. That's the trough of this. So I think as far as the congestion of this goes, where Microsoft is, a decent area for us to eventually stall out. You have to watch and see how it takes shape in intraday, but this is kind of the place that you don't pass through at full speed, I don't think. So if there's a breather in the downside, I think it's here. It's also the highest volume we've got on fucking NVIDIA, since fucking the lows of fucking COVID. So, all right, I think that's a good one. And then somebody asked for Monolith.eth, something that's really fucking pain in the ass to get a chart for. Let me see. That other site's fucking gone down for me, so let me see if I can do it over here. All right, yep, got it back. He said Monolith.eth. The entire life of it, or what? Of what we've got on this thing. That's stupid. This has been a range we talked about before. thought there was more chart to this thing. Yeah, I'd say like you look at this area going backwards. Now you need some like there's some more price to this if I had some candles, but then here you have like your main climax in June 13th, and right now that level which you're coming up through, I think it goes down to fully to 3 on June 13th, which is kind of like what we've seen up here, just maybe up here upper 2s to 3. So like you're kind of like attempting like a 2B, a little larger res, let's say. So there's like likely a little wick right here that you can't see on the line chart, and you're kind of like this zone under it. It's basically like effectively a stop run, right? If you're able to recoil this, you treat it just like you would a 2B when he comes back up through it, if you're to get on top of it, to do that. So this would end up making this down here like the stop run of the low of June 13th. So, sorry, this chart is so hard to work with. Doing the best I can. No, I guess that would be what you do. All right, so that's what you look for right now. He needs to basically take out the lows of June 13th, sustain that, and that gives him a chance to push higher in ETH prices. What a pain in the ass. The guy get a better fucking NFT chart than that. Lost track of my screen. Do you guys get all that? So are we not at 920? 912, bitches. I'm not gonna go to 920. Does Nike have the same shape as Microsoft? Sorry, I did not check chat. A little behind here. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's go to 920 somehow, right? Nike. So Nike, Microsoft, where was that spot we just talked about? May 21st? Not even close, right? Nothing like Microsoft. Not in the same levels anyway. So there's May for him. Nike's well through that low a while ago. Check a few other things. All right, I think I got everybody's questions. It's 9:15. I'm not gonna try to find a reason to get to 9:20. So check out the sheet I dropped for the guys who just joined Acolytes. Check out the sheet I dropped in Market Prep. All your red event numbers are in there. Always endeavor to put alerts on those numbers. If you're an intraday trader, they will fuck you up. Your SPY sheet, like I said, copy your levels, put your alerts on those, and try to reduce your eyes on the screen until you deal with the areas that matter. It'll preserve mental capital massively. So hope you guys like some of the upgrades we're doing. We're gonna roll a lot more content now in the Discords. Now that it's seamless, we can put out a lot more intel. And like I said, we'll be able to talk through how things make sense and how you use them, along with go over some really cool historic shit that hasn't seen the light of day in a few years. So till next time, peeps. Good luck. Stay safe over the weekend. Catch you guys on the flip. Peace out.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Welcome